Practitioner Sect, Jinyun Sect. Outer disciple Chen, today, due to his ruptured dantian, can no longer practice martial techniques. Therefore, he has been expelled from the Jinyang sect and is forbidden from entering the mountains of the Jinyun sect for the rest of his life, not even taking half a step. Chen claims he did it for the sect, but he is silenced when the old man calls him a piece of trash who still dares to make excuses to stay in the sect. Chen is angry because he has done so much for the sect, yet he is treated like this. 3 days ago, while collecting elixirs, he notices someone in the forest and stops. Lu Ji from the Qinyan sect steps forward and tells Chen to be a good boy and hand over the elixir, and he will spare Chen's lowly life. Chen draws his sword and slashes, but before he sees an attack, Lu vanishes from his sight. Chen looked around to find him. Lu was already behind him before he could react. However, just before Lu Ji can attack, Chen figures out the attack and dodges it, moving far away. Chen realizes that Lu Ji's speed is too fast, and it could be fatal if he doesn't react quickly enough. Lu Ji attacks with his move, and Chen is hit and pushed back. He uses his sword to defend himself. Chen realizes that he could be killed at any moment, but Lu Ji is just toying with him. So, Chen decides to counterattack. He rushes and tries to hit Lu Ji, but he can't even touch him. Lu Ji knocks the sword out of Chen's hand and tells him he's detestable and should just kill himself. Then, he uses his magic to bind Chen and moves to break Chen's dantian. Chen thinks it's despicable and wonders if Lu Ji has also stolen the elixir. He watches as Lu Ji walks away, and slowly, he faints. Back at the present, the old man tells Chen that they have nurtured him back to health in 3 days. That was already good enough for him. Chen tells the old man Elder Yi that he grew up in the sect since he was a mere child, but it turned out that Wu was cold-hearted. Then Chen from the day onwards says that he was no longer the part of the Jinyang sect as the sect has given him too many heartaches. The other members of the sect looked at him going, stating that he was a trash and a useless thing. They were happy that he was getting kicked out from the sect. Some were sad about the fact and wanted to send him off as he always treated them nicely. Just then Jinyang sect, Zhao Kong comes in his path. Chen sees him. Zhao is smirking seeing Chen's condition. He tells Chen that he is looking a bit dark today and with a sarcastic tone state that it saddens him to look at his younger brother in that condition. He then stops Chen and says don't leave if he could. Chen says to leave him alone. Zhao calls Chen a worthless being and asks if Chen still thought that he was the great Chen from the past. Zhao tells that leaving the sect would be too easy for him. So, he says Chen to crawl from between his legs so that he might be generous and reward him with some spirit stones as well. He then laughs at Chen's condition. Chen was angered by this. The other disciples come to Zhao and tell him that it was a bit inappropriate. Zhao warns them if they were searching for death. He then looks at Chen and tells him to crawl between his legs fast. Just then a girl comes their way. It was Sister Jining Xuan. All the people in the sect were mesmerized by her beauty. She was the prettiest girl in the sect. Zhao was also mesmerized by her and then approached her. He then bows to greet her, but Xuan, not caring about him, moves toward Chen. This angers Zhao. Xuan could not say anything to him, and neither could Chen. She just walks away as she tells him farewell. Chen asks what was the meaning of that. Was she showing pity towards him? Chen says that he did not need that pity and tells that he was leaving. Chen reaches the middle of the forest. At night he just rested there looking up at the moon. He remembers his childhood in the sect. The elder, his classmates from his childhood. But now he did not have any home. He gazes at the sky and he suddenly sees a huge ball of fire approaching. He sees this and wakes up thinking if a meteor had fallen, a fallen comet, he guesses that there would be thousands of possible treasures in them. He runs towards the crash site. He sees something burning at the crash site. It was true fire. The true fire lay on the ground. He was curious about it and approaches the true fire. Suddenly, a voice echoed asking if he was also abandoned. Hearing this surprised Chen. He then picks up the fire. He finds the fire interesting. The fire he held then started to enter into his body. All of his pressure points were visible. The fire that seated in his body could actually heal his meridian. Hold on, he realized something. There was something going on with his meridian. He was feeling immense pain in his stomach. He falls on the ground and from his eyes he sees the divine sea. He witnesses the chi condensation, foundation establishment, core formation, void soul, half-step heavenly immortal, heavenly immortal. The soul sea, it was one step higher than Dantian cultivation. Only by fixing the Dantian and entering half-step heavenly immortal, then one could truly develop a divine sea. He could feel the true fire making changes in his body. After the process was completed, he simply fell into the ground and became unconscious. The next day, he was lying on a bed. He suddenly wakes up. A kid was happy that Chen was finally awake. Chen asks the kid who he was and why was he there. The kid answers that they were in Hangyu's sect spirit. Last night Chen had fainted in the forest by the foot of the hill, and the kid's grandpa found him and took him back. Hangyu sect. The Greater Chu Kingdom, one school, three sects, the bloodthirsty poison tyrant school of the North Chu, Xinyang sect, Xinyan sect and Hangyu sect rules over the South Chu. Truth to be told, Xinyang sect and Hangyu sect were not in good terms. Not long ago, he had just been banished by Xinyang sect. Today he was here at the Hangyu sect. This fate of his was really strange. The kid runs off to get some food for Chen as he thinks that Chen might be hungry. Last night, it was not the dream. He meditates to find out that it was a real deal. He could feel the true fire inside of him. He looks at the fire and tells it that it in the future would help him to get his revenge. He is then called out to eat. He shouted that he was coming. Outside, he sees the kid calling him over. The old man tells that it was just a simple meal so he could help himself. Chen notices a spirit beast with them and was shocked to see it. He then goes to eat. The old man tells him that he must be hungry so he should quickly start eating. Chen tells the old man that he had not even thanked him yet. The old man tells that he was just lending a hand to someone in need. He just tells everyone to eat up. He notices that the spirit animal was looking strangely at him. The kid tells the eagle not to glare at Chen and tells him that he would give the meat on his chopstick to him. The eagle eats and the little boy just pats the eagle's head. The old man then asks Chen if he was also a martial artist and if he was, which sect was he from. With a worried face he tells the old ma that he did not come from any sect or clan and he was just a loose practitioner. The old man says that was such a shame then as he was at the prime of his youth. So, the old man tells him to find a good martial sect to join as joining this sect might be help him to acquire some cultivation resources and he would not need to worry about the future, and it was going to lift some weights off his shoulders. Chen agrees with those words. Being a loose practitioner was dangerous and indeed being in a sect as a disciple would grant some protection and the sect would also provide cultivation materials. The old man then asks him if he was interested in joining the Hangyu sect as a disciple. Chen says that he was of course interested, but he says that he knows the qualification to enter the Hangyu sect was quite difficult. The old man tells him not to worry as he would write him a letter of recommendation to them and letting him be a disciple would be simple. Then Chen thanks the old man for everything. The old man tells Chen that he was welcome and being able to meet him was considered a fate. The kid shouts that his grandpa was the best as the spirit beast notices something and becomes wary. Just then someone kicks the bench beside them and in a rude tone asks them what they were eating. The kid asks Zhang Tao what he was doing. Zhang tells the old man to hand over it quickly or else it would be bad for him. He then says not to blame him for being rude. The old man says that he did not have what Zhang wanted with him. Zhao calls the old man an old fart and then knocks the table and the food on it, telling the old man not to make him ask twice for it. He then steps on the old man. Seeing this, the little eagle runs to help the old man and the kid calls Zhang a thief. The eagle then tries to attack Zhang with his talons, but he was easily able to deal with the eagle. The bot goes to the little eagle. The boy was crying looking at what Zhang had did to the eagle. Zhang then tells that he still had more techniques that were way worse than death. He then again tells the old man to quickly hand it over or else he would raise his hands again. Just then Chen puts his hands on Zhang's back and as soon as Zhang looked back at him, Chen punched Zhang. Zhang with a swollen face asks Chen if he was tired of living already and how dare he hit him. Hearing this, Chen grabs Zhang and throws him on the ground, imprinting his body on the ground itself. The old man notices that second stage chi condensation, Zhang Tao of the sect had been defeated in just a single move. Even if he was an expert, his strength was still too terrifying. Chen then kicks out Xing, stating that the heavens are watching him and he needed to do more good for himself. At night, the old man thanks Chen for what happened today. Chen says that he did not need to thank him as he was just doing what he must. The old man and the little kid look at him in curiousness. The old man tells that he was actually an elder of the Hangyu sect, but he had made a grave mistake, which is why he was in a small spirit garden. That Zhang Tao from earlier was his disciple and it was his fault that he could not teach him properly. Chen tells that entering a sect is dependent on a person's abilities and he should not blame himself for it was his own fault. The kid tells him that Zhang was trying to steal his grandpa's celestial skill book and all these years his grandpa had been handing out stuffs. Everything was being taken by Zhang Tao and he would come every day to disturb them. Chen notices a celestial book. There are 3 sacred treasures in the Hangyu sect. One of them is the celestial skill. Once bound to a person, it will increase that person's true chi in a short amount of time. This kind of skill was very precious and was not widely available. Who would have guessed that this old man had it in his possession? The old man tells him that he had finished writing recommendation letter, so now he could go to the mountain the next day, and since his talents were not that low. The old man tells him not to let it go to waste. Also, he gives Chen Hangyu's beginner's manual and tells him to read it when he has time. Chen thanks the old man. Chen in the forest starts to meditate. He then starts training and then uses a technique called rushing lightning palm. He manages to cause a lot of damage using that technique. Rushing lightning palm, an offensive skill with the power of lightning and the booming force of thunder, was indeed a powerful move. That kind of skill left a large strain on his body. So, he plans to be more careful while using it. Otherwise, he might get hurt by it too. Chen feels lucky that he had the true fire tempering his body, strengthening the bones and tendons. He still needed to be careful when using the thunder palm technique. Hangyu sect was divided into 1 temple, 1 hall, 2 gardens, 3 peaks and 8 pavilions. 1 temple, Jifa temple. When the elders do something wrong, they are judged in the Jifa temple. 1 hall, Jialu hall. If a student did something wrong, they are judges in the Jialu hall. 2 garden, spirit herb and spirit fruit gardens. 3 peaks, Tianyang Peak, Tiyang Peak, Ringyang Peak. This encompasses the major peaks of Hangyu sect. 8 pavilions, spirit, collection, books, pills, treasures, weapon, mission, information, and the 9 clears. Chen reaches the sect and pays respect of the seniors, giving them the recommendation letter of Senior Zhang Feng Nina's letter. Zhang Feng Yan, well, it was even something new for the elders. The person in charge there asks the 3 of his brothers to discuss among themselves and figure out who would love to be Chen's master. One of them asks Chen his age. Chen answers 16. Hearing 16, all of them were shocked. All of them ran away from there, making excuses like they had something left due to attend to some issues. He tries to stop all of them, but no one listens to him. He asks them to take it as giving him face. The others tells him to forgive them as he was too old and had too less talent. They both were embarrassed by the situation. He then tells Chen to enter as an outer sect disciple if he wants to accept it. Chen accepts the offer, thinking how far he could go from here. Okay, then he prepared a jade tablet of Chen and gives him the tablet, stating since he is an outer sect disciple he was not qualified to get inner sect skills or treasure, and this jade elixir he would receive would only be 1 bottle. Chen thanks him for that. He then tells Chen to practice diligently as they shall wait for 3 months to test him again. He then tells him to go to the weapon pavilion and get himself a spirit weapon. Chen then goes to the weapon pavilion. Chow Tai-Fuk, weapon pavilion's caretaker, notices him and says that he had not seen him before. Chen tells him that he was a newly appointed outer sect student. Chen says the elder Kanyu had told him to come to the weapon pavilion. Chow tells him to enter by himself as outer sect disciple were only allowed to enter the 1st floor, and he warns him not to go off wandering to the 2nd floor. Inside the weaponry, he sees that all the weapons there were trash. He looks around and finds some weapon to light, and others no good for him. He looks around and finds almost all of them useless. Just then he sees something. The true fire guided him to a weapon. The weapon's Chinese name was the Heaven Breaker.
Thank you for joining us in this recap journey. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Comment if you have suggestions, want more of the series. Don't forget to share it with your friends. Do subscribe if you want more similar content. This is aniversenexus, your passport to the immersive realms of anime and manga.